You don't get to judge me because I'm black. You don't get to follow me around the store because I am black. You don't get to say I steal because I'm black. And you don't damn sure ain't gonna tell me I gotta move because I am black. Bitch, make me move. You do not get to mistreat us because we are black. This is not the slave days. It's not.
It seems like she's having a psychotic reaction from eating too many dindu muffins.
You don't get to judge me because I'm black. You don't get to follow me.
So I guess I'm gonna just come up here and talk about it because nobody wants to.
So the caption says, young woman is bawling her eyes out and completely crashing out because she had to do her laundry for the first time and didn't know how. I gotta see this.
I'm gonna just come up here and talk about it because nobody wants to answer the fucking phone for me. But I'm sitting in the car crying because I'm just trying to be an adult and be fucking responsible. First of all, I hate doing laundry. I hate it. I hate this is the most worst fucking adult responsibility I've ever came in contact with. Trying to do the laundry. I don't know how to do laundry. I'm trying to be responsible. I'm doing the laundry. My load was $8. So I'm pouring the detergent. I asked the lady, I said, where do I pour the detergent at? Because I don't know how to do laundry. So she like, oh, okay, pour it in the third.
Oh my gosh. AI is starting to look real good right now. Automation AI is starting to look real good right now. Oh, wow. This is where we are. You see why people don't need to be dependent on things for too long? You see why you just got to let people, sometimes you just got to let people fail and hope, and you got to hope that they'll fail forward because, and this extends to a lot of things, government assistance, all this type of stuff. She can't even solve the problem in 2026 without having her hand held and figure out how to just wash some clothes. And you see a whole laundromat full of people washing clothes who somehow figured it out. And you're the one who is gonna allow this problem to debilitate you to the point to where you can't solve it, and then you're actually reverting into panic mode. Why didn't you just, there's so many ways to skin that cat and solve that problem, and you couldn't solve it, and you had to call all your family members, and then it it became such a problem for you that it put you in such a panic that you decided to come online on TikTok and crash out even further, which just doesn't look good in any way, shape, or form. And when I say that, I mean this is your reputation now. It's gonna live online forever. Even when you apply for a job, it's like she can't even figure out how to work a a washing machine at a public laundromat. She can't solve that problem. We can't put her on a project or have her do anything. We have to come on now. Come on now. We got to be more capable than this. This is just getting sad at this point. I want to go back real quick. But before we do, y'all, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button. And also if you can hype the video as well. I want to go back to this, and I also want to look at the comments on this. I don't know what she was so upset about. Hold on.
You don't get to judge me because I'm black. You don't get to follow me around the store because I am black. You don't get to say I steal because I'm black. And you don't damn sure ain't gonna tell me I gotta move because I am black. Bitch, make me move. You do not get to mistreat us because we are black. This is not the slave days. It's not.
It seems like she's having a psychotic reaction from eating too.
Well, here's the thing. Like, what is this about? It sounds like she might have been at a store or something. And did she say someone told her to move? And she said someone was following her around the store. I'm not understanding why it aroused this level of this level of volatility out of your emotions. Somebody in the comments said she seems like a lovely person. And it's like, here's the thing. Why do we correlate certain things, right? Like, because be honest, look at your demeanor, look at your disposition. If we just put that into a white body, then if you said, "Hey, how you doing?" and then you just start the white person just started going off the way that you go off, you would have misconstrued that as being racist. Everybody's a certain type of way. Perhaps like it's like it should be very easy for you to understand because your disposition is very off-putting in a way to where somebody could misinterpret it as all type of things. So other people are going to have certain weird quirky ways about their disposition or the way that they act, or maybe they are showing some level of bias or some level of judgment based off of your skin tone or whatever the case. But we all do that. I would argue you might just jump to that immediately, which is still a level of bias and a level of whatever racism in a way. So again, my thing is just why do you let it get to you so bad? Typically, when you see somebody lash out emotionally, it's gonna be involving some type of insecurity, some type of insecurity, and so you have to address that because acting like this again, another person coming online acting insane.
He didn't do muffins.
You don't
Acting
get to judge me
insane. Look at
because I'm
this.
black. You don't get to follow me around the store because I am black. You don't get to say I steal.
And then when you really contextualize it further, and she set up the camera in her car, stabilized it, press record, and then she just started going off from there. Why? This doesn't even represent and you know what? Let's just go ahead and be real. Fellas. See, she'll be talking to you like this. See, one thing I do know, this attitude right here, this way where you can just jump straight to this just like that don't discriminate. Anybody can get that. And so, ma'am, you got to work on that. I don't know if you can work on that. I'm gonna be honest. If that's just in you, that is just chaotic, it's out of control, and it's difficult to deal with. All right, let's go back to let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Mrs. Problem Solver over here. So let's see.
How to do
So
laundry.
remember, she done tried to call everybody. They not answering the phone. She can't figure out where does the detergent go? Right. Let's get back into it.
I'm trying to be responsible. I'm doing the laundry. My load was $8. So I'm pouring the detergent. I asked the lady, I said, where do I pour the detergent at? Because I don't know how to do laundry. So she like, oh, okay, pour it in the third part. Okay, so I pour it in there. So as I'm looking at the motherfucking washing machine, I don't see no bubbles. I'm just seeing water. So then I asked a different lady. I'm like, hey, like, is this right? Because it's not making no bubbles. The lady go come up to me. She told me something. Yeah, it's not making no bubbles because that's softener. But what the fuck is softener? Like, I don't fucking know. Like, so I went, my stupid ass bought fucking fabric softener and not fucking detergent. And I'm irritated because these are things that I should motherfucking know how to do, right? But I fucking don't. Because
But ma'am, you just learned. Ma'am, you just learned. That's part of the process. People have such a bad relationship with failure. Ma'am, it's okay to fail. Now you got the experience. Now you know. That's how a lot of things get pieced together. Everybody's missing a little something about maybe something they didn't learn that you just got to experience. And that nobody could really, even if somebody could teach you, they didn't teach you. We live in the information age, ma'am. You could have really figured this out on yourself, but you decided to go the route to where you got to make the mistakes and learn it that way. That's still a valid way to learn. That's still a valid way to gain experience. And ultimately, you just learned. Now, moving forward, you have access to that. It's accessible to you now. Now you can go there and you don't have to worry. You know where everything's going to go. You just missed one step. This person commented, y'all have to realize a lot of people didn't grow up with access to these things, and it's not natural the first thing to come to mind, especially when you're overwhelmed. Public laundromats were hard for me initially as well, and I knew how to wash just at home. Be nice, dang. Well, no, because this is not helping. Listen, this it's not helping. Just giving people an outs because you're not ready for life. You're an adult. And these will be the type of people who will decide to start having kids and can't even figure their way out of a cardboard box. We got to have some tough love because I don't think she's behind because she doesn't know how to wash clothes. I feel like she's behind because it's 2026 and she doesn't know how to figure out how to wash clothes and or just have a better relationship with going through experiences and learning and just being able to take it in stride and keep it moving. It's almost like this was enough to break her. It broke her a little bit. And if this is going to break you, Buttercup, then I don't know what to tell you. Now she gets it out because she's a woman. But let's put it this way. Person who wanted to leave that comment. If this was a man, would you be like, be nice down? If a man came online complaining about not being able to figure out the laundromat and all this type of stuff? No, she'd be laughing. It'd be the crying face laughing emoji. If it was a man on here crashing out, crying over this. Newsflash. This is the modern century now. Although we still move forward, although things are equal now and there's still certain things typically advantageous for women that we still allow to be, in general, things are equal. Things are equal. That's what people fought for. That's where we are. And so that means that she has to come up to par the same way that a man needs to come up to par and needs to grow up. So this isn't helping her because another thing, a lot of people are single now for the long term and not looking to pair together and work together and even act in harmony in a balanced way that it was designed for as far as masculine and feminine energy is concerned, the way that it's supposed to mesh and harmonize with each other. So therefore, the same way that a man who we know is going to be out here, he's going to have to figure it out. We have to give that same tough love to her because the fact of the matter is she's in life now and she's going to have to figure it out because things are equal. I would argue people will save her though. For a man, nobody's coming to save you. But she can still get saved. But I'm just saying, just in general, she's a little too low on the totem pole as far as her capabilities is concerned in the new modern age. Even somebody had commented here. They said, Google, YouTube, ... How are you young and you're not technologically savvy to be able to figure things out?
Not fucking detergent, and I'm irritated because these are things that I should motherfucking know how to do, right? But I fucking don't. Because I don't want to say my mama didn't teach me shit, but like, my mama ain't teach me shit, and it be having me crashing the fuck out because it be the simplest shit that I cannot do, and that shit be stressing me out. Like, why is it that I'm 21 years old and don't know the difference between fucking detergent, fabric softener, fucking whatever the fuck goes in laundry? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm fucking mad. I'm mad and embarrassed. Like, I'm embarrassed as fuck. The lady looking at me crazy as fuck, and I'm borderline ready to fucking choke myself out right now because
she was embarrassed. That's what it was. Okay, well, here's the thing. She brought up a good point because we see it all the time. She said her mama didn't teach her nothing. A lot of people's parents, just in general, ain't teaching them nothing about credit, about how to cook. And then they be women, and other women ain't teaching them how to cook, how to clean. They let them have bad habits. Some of these parents are letting their kids get overweight, and then they come out into the world overweight already behind the 8 ball. And it's because what we see a lot of times, people are not having kids with the right intentions. And by right intentions, I mean, the idea is you have a kid to pour into a kid. You should have a lot to offer a kid. You should have a sustainable and stable environment and life, ultimately, to bring a kid into. We don't really see that a lot. And a lot of people, instead of raising kids, they're just surviving with kids. And for a lot of people, their kids is the factor that's helping them survive in the form of being able to receive things and then also receive empathy and be able to leverage their kid to ultimately continue to survive. Where if they didn't have that kid, and if it was just them, they'd have to do it on their own. But because they have kids, now all of a sudden they're offered and entitled to all these different avenues of help. But then the kids get out here and they weren't poured into, and they weren't really valued, and their potential was not honed the way that it's supposed to be. And this is what you can see. And there's a lot of people like that. But now it's on you, man. You're 21 at this time. So now you're going to have to take ownership and responsibility for your life. And there's going to be certain things you missed out on. But you're fortunate, again, to live in the information age. And you're technologically savvy enough to get on TikTok and know how to operate that. So that means you can learn the other things as well. You just have to apply yourself. And again, you got to take ownership and responsibility for who you're going to become moving forward. And that's going to be on you. And you're not going to be able to blame anybody, because the outcomes are going to be the outcomes, and you're responsible for the outcomes. So just take responsibility for your life at this point, because life ain't perfect. Your parents ain't perfect. You ain't going to be perfect. You ain't going to be a perfect parent. And so you're given the cards you're given. You still have a lot of blessings. Beautiful woman. So that's a blessing in itself that you weren't necessarily entitled to. Be resourceful with what you got and just keep it pushing. You're going to learn some things the hard way. That's okay.
This woman has been on a week-long crash out, and I got to share it with the public.
The plot is getting wicked.
I don't even care.
I love you.
Get the fuck out.
No, I love you. I'm not getting out of the car.
If you don't get the fuck off my car, you fucking psycho.
No. It don't even matter. Nothing mattered. I never cared. I never cared. And I'm getting in the car.
What the fuck?
And I'm getting in
Get
the car.
fuck out of my car.
And I'm getting in the car.
Yo, get the fuck out.
Is this foreplay or something? This seems a little kinky. Like they might be into this. What in the world? So it appears here we have a lesbian couple acting a fool in their neighborhood. Acting a fool in their neighborhood. She was riding on top of the car.
Fuck out of my car.
And I'm getting in the car.
Yo, get the fuck out.
Move
Yo,
over.
If you don't get the fuck out of my car, I'm gonna call the fucking police on you. Get out of my car.
Call him.
Get out of my car.
Tip for the crash outs. If you look cute, no one will ever expect you of anything. Like if you look at me, you wouldn't guess that I have the blicky in here. Or that man's spark plugs. You would just think that I'm just a pretty girl. The plot may be thick, but I'm thicker. Bingo, we got action. Friendly reminder, if you're doing it for the plot, be prepared for the plot to thicken.
This woman has been on a...
I know she's a lesbian and all. Maybe she's bi. Listen, man. She'll be a good time. But you got to preserve your peace, man. And you got to, I'm just speaking as a man for a second. You have to hold a certain standard for your life and just a certain way that you operate to where people can't feel comfortable doing all this BS and all this type of thing. And ultimately, you have to have the ability to walk away, no matter how good certain aspects of a person and of experiencing someone may be. Like for her, this you have to establish very strong boundaries. I would argue again, that's why I think that this is like some foreplay kinky, like they're into that toxicity, especially you'll see that a lot in lesbian relationships. I think they have the highest DV rate. They domestically dispute the most of any couple when you have two women together, especially cooped up in a home. It just doesn't work en masse typically. Whereas, funny enough, and I'm not advocating for it, but funny enough, I think when you have two guys together, I mean, you can see it. They be really successful, super successful. They be saving their money. They both be working, and I don't think they have as much domestic stuff. Another thing, sometimes the chicks they're trying to understand who's going to take on the role where because a chick is typically going to be used to things being more heavily on the side of a guy as far as investment and contribution, monetarily, especially. But then when the chicks come together, if you ever notice with a woman, typically they kind of keep tabs and kind of keep count and always make sure they've never given more than what they've received. Typically, what I found. But then when you have two women together, it's like they're trying. I think that's where a lot of the volatility may come into play because each one, you'll even see it when, because I've been reviewing lately as far as people trying to go out with their friends or go out on trips with their friends and not having no money or trying to push the bill off to the friends or whatever and be like, hey, let's all split it. Maybe one person had more than the other, a lot more than the other. And so they keep kind of tabs on those type of things. I don't think you've ever seen a issue or a dispute. I can't find it where dudes are sitting at the table arguing over splitting the bill or who's going to pay the bill or whatever. So it's kind of like a self-preservation type thing, which I think women, of course, are going to have more elements of that. And, again, that's just volatile. But ultimately, what I'm saying is you have to make sure that that's clear that you don't put up with that. Otherwise, it can escalate to the point to where now, because I'm going to be honest, when she was on top of that car, I was expecting it to be a dude that she was doing that to. I was not expecting that to be with a chick. But things are just all over the place now. It didn't surprise me.
Where it say that at?
It's right there.
They don't say that. That said no cash refunds, not no car refunds. Go ahead and get my money.
It looks like she's crashing out about her refund. And it's asking, do you believe that this is a valid crash out or not? So you all let me know in the comment section below.
They don't say that. That said no cash refunds, not no car refunds. Go ahead and get my money back.
We could do an exchange or in-store credit.
I just actually just want back what I paid for them. That's all.
But we
I
can't.
just want to put it on my card.
Do you even have a receipt?
Nobody ever said I needed no receipt.
Well, I mean, you need a receipt to.
I don't need a receipt to take back issues. Did nobody even wear them? You can look. Nobody put them on. So yeah, you can give me my money back.
But we don't do refunds.
Where it say that at?
It's right there.
They don't say that. That said no cash refunds, not no car refunds. Go ahead and get my money back.
We can't.
Yes, y'all can. Can I get a? Where your manager at?
Brandon.
Where your manager?
Brandon.
Where is your manager at? Because he act like he don't want to give me my money. And don't nobody even want these ugly ass shoes.
Brandon, please tell her we don't do no refunds.
Man, you got to get yourself under control. Sometimes I try to look through the lens as far as what if this was the other way? And by this, I mean she's doing all that in this dude's face. If that was a dude going off yelling like that and doing all this to somebody's face, it would go from 0 to 100 real quick. I don't know why you can't just bring it up in a way. I guess she's really trying to win though. She's trying to get her refund. See, me, I would handle the situation where I'm just articulating myself. And even if I need to send an email articulating further, whatever, I'll do it. But I guess the way that she's doing it, it's a possibility that they could just resolve it instantly, just to, not even because she's right or they're right, but just to de-escalate her. So, I mean, it is effective, but it's just not a good display.
Where your manager?
Brandon.
Where is your manager? Because he act like he don't want to give me my money. And don't nobody even want these ugly ass shoes.
Brandon, please tell her we don't do no refunds.
Y'all do refunds because I did it before. So can you give me my money back?
Can you take her
What you
out,
mean you
Brandon?
don't do refunds?
It's not right there. I don't even gotta look at that.
Man, we can't.
You can give me the money back though.
I can't, man.
You can.
It's store policy.
I said you can though.
I can, man.
And you can. I'll knock everything off these shelves.
Ma'am, I'm gonna have you're
I'll
gonna.
knock everything off these shelves if y'all don't give me my money.
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to leave.
Where it say that at?
It's right
It
there.
don't say that. That say
What you mean you don't give a refund though? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I missed that. So apparently,
where it say that at?
she didn't have a receipt. She didn't have a receipt. Ma'am, you know if you don't have a receipt, it just is what it is. Come on now. Now, I'm going to be real. In 2026, that really shouldn't be the case. Y'all have it in your system. I know you have a CRM back there where you can pull up my transaction, especially if it's based off my card or whatever. So, but you still got to keep your receipt. But I think now corporations are trying to live or die by that conveniently, because now that limits the people who can bring the money back. But no, they have a record of it. Trust and believe. But again, not the way that I would handle it, not the way that I recommend handling it. But people gonna be what they gonna be. Y'all, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days, and hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice, if you want to hype, to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you will get badges next to your comments, where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.